Welcome back, fishing friends, to another adventure. Boy, the sun's starting to come up. It is a bit breezy, but I'm at a new spot. I've never been here before, so we're definitely going to put it through its paces. Going to start off with Nate's Custom Baits bladed jig with the Lew's Custom Max on a Lew's TP2 tournament rod, 6'9". Hey, if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate all the support. The channel's growing, and I can't say enough how much I appreciate you guys. All right, let's get to it, see if we can catch something. See what's lurking out here. Ooh. Boy, we had a big boy just jump right there. Could be carp. Could be a bass. Could be a gar. Let's see what that was. Ooh, looks like we got some grass over there. Boy, that was awfully close. Duck hunters, maybe? Sheesh. Coming through the grass pretty good. Good stuff right there. All right, guys, check it out. There it is, from Nate's Custom Baits. It's got some hair in there. Can't really tell, but there is some hair. And then of course you got the silicone. There's the hair. And then I got a Berkley power stinger on there as a trailer. I'm running it right along these grass mats. It's kind of windy, but that makes it good if you're throwing a bladed jigs are like a spinner bait. The quicker you crank it, the higher it is going to be in the water column. Slow it down, it'll be a little bit lower, and you really creep, it'll be down towards the bottom. It's also good swim jig water. But man, check that out. I got this on 10-pound Sunline Fluoro. Right there, just working it. Alright guys, check out this perch colored hammer trap by Bill Lewis. We're gonna bomb this dude around. I threw a swim jig for a little bit. Didn't have any luck. Then I threw my little holiday shop lure and I got that thing snagged. That was a real bummer. Felt bad about that, but man, that stinks. Today's gonna be kind of a lipless crankbait day. Uh-oh, I caught somebody's fishing line. Sheesh. That's no good. So I've got this on the Custom Mags 6/8 rod with a PFC Pinhook Fishing Club logo on there. And I've got this one on 12-pound Sunline Braid SX1 to 12-pound Sunline Fluoro. That FC Sniper. And these hammer traps cast like a dream. And they got good action on them and great sound. So this lake's got big bass in it, crappie, catfish, gar. So I like to yo-yo this up and down. Sometimes I'll kill it, you know, in case I want to swim over and take a peek at it, see what's there. Let's run it off this little point over here. Look at that. Cast a country mile. Whew. We're gonna throw this dude right here. Fan casting all around this. I've never been to this spot before, so I think I've got the depth sorted out. I was throwing shallow crankbaits, spy baits. I was throwing the lipless. But I like throwing this little thunderbug setup. Anything with the Mepps, with the weedless setup, is usually money. But I also catch a lot of fish with the exposed hook. So with this, I let it sink down there. Because if they see it fall, they'll swim down to take a look at it. Then sometimes I'll give it a couple of twitches on the bottom, and that blade will kind of flip-flop. And then when I start cranking, sometimes I'll burn it and then kill it. But when that thing starts going with that colored blade, they really see that. You can get them with a white blade, black blade, gold, silver is really cool. And this one's yellow. All right, let's work our way over towards the grass. All right, boys, we're hooked up on the Thunderbug Mepps modified, right along the grass, right where he's supposed to be. But it's a good fish. There we go. Check that out. Boy, it's a nice hog right there. Look at that. Let's get him unhooked. So I had that rigged weedless. All right, guys, here he is. Check him out. What a gorgeous fish. Right there. Let's get him in there. There he goes. Boy, I felt him hit it, and then I came through some brush, and then I felt him hit it again. Let me show you what it is. That's it right there. It's a number 2 or number 3 Thunderbug with that yellow blade, and check out the little Hot Shot minnow as a trailer. And you can customize those when you order them from Mepps. Different body colors. You can get it with a treble, dressed and undressed. I always take the hook off so I can put my own little weedless set up. Sometimes I run an exposed hook, but well, he was just right there along that grass line. So I crank, 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 kill it. Crank, 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 kill it. Crank, 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 kill it. Good stuff. Nice and easy. I'm throwing the Flux Gill, running it through the grass. I've got it rigged up weedless on the Mepps. Put a bunch of Procure in there. It's windy, but I'm still looking. If I see the grass move, then I'm thinking I need to cast in there, you know, like that. Or you see like a little wake. So you almost fish it like a flipping jig or a swim jig, but you've got the blade on there. All right, let's work it a little deeper and see what we can get. So now with this situation, I let it sit on the bottom, and I count to like 15, and then I'll twitch it a little, like it's dragging a little bit, and that blade will flip-flop. And then I'll get her cranking. But you can even drag this on the bottom if you want. See there, I can feel some stems, some like buckbrush or whatever's down there. Pencil reeds. All right, so now I'll move over a little bit further, and I'll just keep doing this all the way around like a clock till I'm back around to the other side. So it's, you know, it takes a lot of patience, but it can be really rewarding and it can really pay off. There we go, guys. See what I mean? How it can really pay off? What in the heck? Man, that looked like a catfish. Oh, it's a big bass. I gotta let him get tired out a bit. That's a big fatty right there. Big fatty. All right, buddy. This is a hog right here. There we go. Look at the size of that beast. That's a big fish right there. Let's take another look right there. Look at the size of this thing. Look at that, just a beast of a fish. All right, buddy, you ready? Let's go. For the release. Whew. Dang, that was a beast. All right, guys, there it is. Look at that. Some of my additional flashes coming off of there. Got the Procure, but it's already max scent, so you know it smells good. It smells good. It's got that nice bait scent to it. So just like I was saying, I leave it out there and I let it soak. Count to 10. Then I'll twitch it a little. Then I'll start reeling, because I think it's going to get away from them. That thing was 11 pounds, just over 11 pounds. Crazy stuff. The Share Lunker program hadn't started here in Texas until January 1st. Then you can call them and they'll come get them. We're not quite there yet, but that was definitely a Share Lunker. Fatso. I'll probably see if I can get Blake to make a replica of him. My buddy Blake that's over at Dark Corner Custom Crankbaits. When he came up, he was so dark on the back, I thought he was a catfish. I was like, oh man. Then I had to get real inventive on how to get him through, because I couldn't, there's no way I was going to boat flip that guy. But Sunline, 12-pound braid to 12-pound fluoro. Look at that, held a big fish right there. Man, he just smoked it. I'm going to pitch it right back in there in case there's like a little pocket or something that they're laying in. So the key thing was just being patient. Counted, I either count to 10 or 12. Then I do the little kind of twitch. And then I'll start cranking. And then I'll just kill it. Sometimes I'll twitch it a little more. And then I'll just start cranking. You don't have to crank very fast either. A lot of people think, oh man, you gotta just go nuts. There are times when you burn it, like in the summertime or in the spring, but now you just want to go easy. Little Cadillac crank and then kill it. And there you go. Alright guys, just gotta wrap it up for me. possibly for today. I'm gonna go check out another spot. So if I don't see you at the other spot, thanks for hanging out with me today. That was a PB for my Texas bass. And that was so much fun. I had to get kind of creative to get him up under those rungs and all that. I thought it was a catfish at first because I let this thing sit there. Well, I mean, you guys saw. Keep doing the same technique. I've gone all the way around this way along the grass line, and then I went all the way back this way, and then I've come all the way back around again. But there's another little spot I want to check out where I can try to catch some crappie. I can catch crappie here, but this reminds me of a couple of places up in Minnesota where the crappie will just hang out in front of the dock there, but I didn't have any luck getting anything to bite. So, but I've got another little spot that I'm gonna go scope out. But if that didn't work out, until next time, I will see you then. Bye-bye. Now get out there and get your lures wet.